This is TWiT.
Tomorrow night, Game 2, Thursday Night Football. Ant?
Yes.
What do you think? It was on. It was for the first time ever. You couldn't watch it on TV. You had to watch it on Amazon Prime. Amazon says it drew a record number of Prime signups for a 3-hour period.
Yeah, of course.
I'll sign up.
Of course. Yeah, just to see it now.
They paid $1 billion a year for this, right?
They did a good job. I mean, they've already had NFL football on before, and they did
but
a
it was
fine
always
job covering
on CBS at the same time, right? So
or
this
NFL
is
Network.
for blackout rules.
So
Because like the whole rules are like if you have to pay to get it I have a lot of questions about this.
So let me explain how the arcane blackout rules work. Right?
Okay.
You can only watch a market in game. Like, so I can watch the Niners games. So if the Niners game is on a Thursday Night Football, I will be able to watch it on broadcast. Yep. But last week it wasn't. It was what was it? A Lions game? It would have been local in Detroit, but not anywhere else in the country. So that's where you had to watch it on Amazon Prime. It's the same thing as Monday Night Football, which is still on TV networks. You can watch it everywhere. The blackout only applies if they don't sell out all the tickets. I think maybe that's even old school. I don't know what they do.
That's so old school. They all sold out.
I'm so confused. So when can I watch these games on my local? So can I watch my local games on my local?
When the
broadcast
Seahawks
television?
play.
Correct.
When the Seahawks, and this is only Thursday night. There's still Sunday and Monday.
Right.
But Thursday Night Football, if the Seahawks are on Thursday Night Football, you'll be able to watch it on broadcast. The rest of the country has to use Amazon Prime to get it. And that's what I thought was very bold. I mean, people, do you have Amazon Prime, Ant?
I do.
Does everybody have it? Is that why?
That's the thing. It seems to be more common than we would think.
Well, because they have way more than just television. So
right.
I'd be pissed, though, if I were, wanted to watch the game and I'm turning around on the dial and it's not on the networks, and I have to sign up for Amazon Prime.
So Amazon has 148.6 million Amazon Prime subscribers.
Probably enough penetration. Although
streaming has now beat both cable and broadcast in viewing now.
Okay.
So it's
Thursday was
so old fart. Even doing that, Leo,
the clicker
is an old
I got a
fart
clicker
thing.
I got a clicker.
Yeah,
don't click the clicker.
You have the TV guide on the couch arm there.
Yeah,
you have the yellow markers in it to know what you want to watch.
Yeah, the game's going to be on. So it was the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chargers. So if you were in LA or Kansas City, you'd watch it on broadcast. Scooter X says he was able to watch it on TV. If you're in the appropriate broadcast area. So 15 games, $1 billion a game. Apparently a success, according to Jay Marine, global head of Amazon's sport division, because so many people signed.
What the hell else is he going to say?
Well, I know. This is an internal memo. He can say,
it could have been a bot similar to what happened with DirecTV over the last 2 weekends. But no, they did a good job. They've always done a good job with covering football.
Well, they got Al Michaels and Kirk Herbie Street.
Even down to having Kirk Herb Street.
Kirk Herb Street.
Kirk Herb Street. He did an amazing job with all of his work that he has to do for college football.
It was good play-by-play.
He came in and was just as prepared for the NFL side of things.
Yeah.
It was great.
No,
my only beef is, remember I was trying to switch back to Hulu Live versus YouTube TV, and I decided to go with YouTube TV.
It's not on. Is it on?
Well, YouTube TV gets a leg up, in my opinion, because they offer live stats while you're watching the game. You can literally just pull them up and see.
Well, Fox, Amazon says they're going to do that too, right? They're going to have X-ray. They say they're going to have X-ray. So X-ray.
I hope so. You got all of that, the analytics. They do ads
right
for Amazon and the other games talking about here. We're going to break down this play using the Amazon, blah, 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 whatever it's called. It would be nice to have those additional stats in the game.
Nielsen has not yet released the ratings, but Jay Marine in the memo said they're going to be good. That'll be the test, right?
Define good. I wonder what it'll be like versus broadcast.
Yeah, I guess
economics are just so
it's
different.
a sign of the time. That's all.
It is. So
he says the ratings show. Amazon's measurement shows that the audience numbers exceeded all of our expectations for viewership. Again,
well, that's what Amazon always says.
Yeah, what does that mean?
So Leo, I got a physical letter, like the mailman for the first time in 6 months came and put something in our mailbox, and it was from Amazon.
God, was it full of anthrax?
And so I opened this strange thing from the past. It was a physical letter from Amazon saying, "We noticed you haven't used your wonderful Prime Video features lately, Mr. Jarvis. You might want to recognize all the wonderful things on Prime Video."
So you pay for Prime Video, but you have never turned it on.
I pay for Prime.
Well,
but I
you
get
pay for
video.
Prime and
videos.
it's included.
And they're
in
saying to
the
me, "Hey, schmuck, don't forget, you want to stay." It must be a heavy retention tool, I guess.
Absolutely, because they keep raising the rates for Amazon Prime. What, it's $125 now a year, something like that. And
Something
it used to
like
be
that.
just second day postage. I think that price, it wouldn't be worth it. But if you get all this other cool stuff, maybe. Lord of the Rings, which
totally
they
dig
spent $500 million.
One of my friends declared, I was like, hey, have you watched it? He's like, I got so sick of the finest acting that Canada can provide.
It's like, why does every town look like Vancouver? I actually think I have mixed feelings about it. Anyway, 25 million people watched the first day. I think that's a good number for streaming. It's not a great number for broadcast, though. I mean, in its heyday,
Is it?
Seinfeld used to get 40 million in their heyday, right?
I don't know.
But that was
I'm not that
broadcast.
TV
old.
Guide's Jeff Jarvis.
So I just was doing some research on this. Now I got to freaking find it on these numbers because the numbers are so far down. Give me a minute here, and I'll find it. Let it dry.
In the days when you had 3 networks, and
we were imprisoned.
yeah, and you didn't, you had to watch what was on pretty much.
Yep.
It wasn't unheard of, I think, for those shows to have 40 or 50 million viewers back when the United States was only 250 million people.
Back when cable wasn't as prominent or internet wasn't as prominent as it is now.
Season 5, which was the prime time of Seinfeld, had a rating of 19.6. That means 19.6 of the available households were watching. So that's, you're never going to see that in streaming ever again, I don't think.
Well, I think there has to be a different way to measure too with the binge culture nowadays.
Well, it would be,
This-
because like, what was it? Neil Gaiman was tweeting a lot about like how to get Netflix to re-up for the Sandman's second season. And it wasn't enough, he said, for like everybody to watch it to be number one for however amount of time it was. He's like, you've got to watch it again. You've got to make sure like it keeps growing. You can't so it was kind of interesting to see kind of behind the scenes on how they rate things and think about redoing things.
So Leo, I have the numbers for you.
Yes.
What was the number that you quoted?
25 million on day one.
Of which? Of not football, of the
No, that
Lord
was
of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
We don't
Okay,
have
so
numbers
here's-
for football yet.
okay.
And that's global, by
According
the
to
way,
Vari-
not U.S.
Variety. The 4 major broadcast networks averaged around 20 million viewers in total across 8 to 10 prime time or same day viewing.
But that's average.
This has fallen by 10 million viewers since 2015, says Variety.
Oh, so 25 is then very good.
It's been very good. Mass ain't mass no more, mate.
Ryan Seacrest,
I bet Stacey doesn't like him either.
Ryan Seacrest, Rockin' Eve, 19.6 million viewers last New Year's Eve.
Well, that's because you have to watch it when it's on. Because we talk about it but one of the issues is if you don't have to watch something when it's on, you have infinite opportunities. So you may not watch it ever in some ways, or, but yeah. I think we also do more.
Yes. Well, so pay TV subscriptions have also fallen by 10.2 million cable cutters. Competition for time is getting stronger, says Variety, among not just streaming services, but also video games and social media. People.
So,
Like tonight, instead of watching prime time, I'm going to be hanging out with my friends doing a gin tasting. Way better.
Wow. You know what would be good?
I know.
You win.
Combine that with Seinfeld because you'll be a little tipsy.
I find Seinfeld really annoying.
Yeah, the ring.
You would. You would.
I know.
How do you feel about Moonlighting, starring the fabulous, what's his
Former
name?
television critic.
Former television critic, Jeff something or other.
So I wasn't old enough to watch Moonlighting.
Oh God, Moonlighting was
jeez.
good.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
I just
Will
Did you
they
have a
or
crush on
won't
Sybil
they?
Shepherd?
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't?
Oh, Natch.
Where's Jammer B with the memory sound effect right now?
nostalgia.